Section 13 of Highways and Hiding by George O. Smith. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Chapter 13. Since this account of my life and adventures is not being written without some plan, it is no mere coincidence that this particular section comes under Chapter 13. Old unlucky 13 covers 90 days which I consider the most dismal 90 days of my life. Things which had been going along smoothly had suddenly got worse. We started with enthusiasm. They cut and they dug and they poked needles into me and trimmed bits out of my hide for slides. I helped them by digging my own flesh and letting their better telepaths read my results for their records. They were nice to me. I got the best of everything. But being nice to me was not enough. It sort of made me feel like Gulliver and Brobdingnag. They were so overstrong that they did not know their own strength. This was especially true of the youngsters of Mekstrom parents. I tried to re-diaper a baby one night and got my ring finger gummed for my efforts. It was like wrestling bad Cyril in a one-fall match, winner take all. As the days added up into weeks, their hope and enthusiasm began to fade. The long list of proposed experiments dwindled, and it became obvious that they were starting to work on brand new ideas. But brand new ideas are neither fast in arriving nor high in quantity, and time began to hang dismally heavy. They began to avoid my eyes. They stopped discussing their attempts on me. I no longer found out what they were doing and how they hoped to accomplish the act. They showed the helplessness that comes of failure, and this feeling of utter futility was transmitted to me. At first I was mentally frantic at the idea of failure, but as the futile days wore on and the fact was practically shoved down my throat, I was forced to admit that there was no future for Steve Cornell. I began at that time to look forward to my visit to reorientation. Reorientation is a form of mental suicide. Once reoriented, the problems that make life intolerable are forgotten. Your personality is changed, your grasp of everything is revised, your appreciation of all things comes from an entirely new angle. You are a new person. Then one morning I faced my image in the mirror and came to the conclusion that if I couldn't be me, I didn't want to be somebody else. It is no good to be alive if I am not me, I told my image, who obediently agreed with me. I didn't even wait to argue with me. I just went out and got into my car and sloped. It was not hard. Everybody in Homestead trusted me. End of Chapter 13.